Hi to whomever I might be flicking this video upon. I'm Letty. Welcome if you're new here, welcome back if you're not. Today we're doing some outfits because it's August, salt air and the rust on your door, and I thought I might use these last months of warm weather to show you guys some outfits that don't require 50 layers. I have been gracefully given a few pieces by a brand called Retro Stage, so I thought I'd style them with you since I also have a discount code for you guys if you have any interest in these pieces and are inspired by the way I style them. I'll be leaving all of that such information in the description below so you can check it out again along with the links to the pieces I'm styling in this video. But just so you know, the discount code is Leticia15. You can use that for 15% off in these pieces or any others in the website. So let's get to it. Let's actually style them. Okay, so our very first piece is this white and yellow dress because I love it. I think it's adorable and I think it's the one that I have the clearest and I'm most excited for the way I'm thinking of styling it, because something about the whole flower embroidery and motif is really like late 60s to me. Like there's something psychedelic about it, and I have recently acquired these boots. They are not pure white and I'm not sure how it's actually gonna look, but in my brain it made sense because they're like high boots, kind of go-go adjacent, and this is kind of a 60s vibe. So we're gonna try it. If it's awful, we'll just try something else. Okay, so I don't know if the fact that like the hem of the dress covers the top of the boots, usually that's something I like. It wasn't what I was envisioning, so I'm not sure if I like it more or less because of it. I don't mind the fact that this shade does not really align with this shade, because recently, like, I used to be someone who was really into very matchy outfits, you know, like always like sandwich colors and match your shoes to your bag and that kind of thing. And I still love looking really pristine and put together. Like, I love a set. I know people who don't like sets because they say like it doesn't, like there's no creative value in it, because obviously you kind of bought a pre-prepared outfit. But like the fact that you chose to wear a set is a choice in itself. Like there's a creation of something inherently right there, right? But I think sometimes an outfit can really gain from not really matching at all. Like sometimes pieces kind of match philosophically but not exactly aesthetically, and that can make for a more interesting outfit because it really feels like you are selling kind of a living story. Like obviously fashion is living art, and somehow things not matching perfectly but making sense philosophically really like enhances oh my god, the energy that, you know, like this is just an extension of yourself, because you as a person are not always going to match perfectly, but you're probably gonna make kind of a overarching sense because you are one individual, so things in you will like make sense related to each other but not necessarily match perfectly, and you're kind of embracing that in an outfit with colors that don't exactly clash but also aren't obviously matching. And I think I would go for this bag here. This bag, a friend of mine is like an actual influencer, and she got this SBR and she was like, do you want it? And I was like, are you Jesus or something? Because this is absolutely adorable. And like there's no pink anywhere here, right? But I feel like a baby pink just makes sense with a baby yellow, and obviously like the flower motif is super delicate and feminine, so this also makes sense with that, while the actual material kind of dialogues with the boots. I am thinking about raising one side or both. I don't know if it's just much cuter if it's like actually mini. Okay, so my room is a mess and I couldn't find pins to actually pin this up, so you're kind of just going to have to imagine it. Do you have that strength of imagination? Is your brain that powerful? But I think it's cute either way. Like I think this is less perfect maybe, but I genuinely think it's super cute. I just watched Barbie, right? And I feel like I could exist in Barbie land in this outfit. Okay, let's go to the next piece. Okay, so next up on the line is this dress, and I feel like it might be a little controversial in the sense that, you know, there was the whole strawberry dress thing a while back, and it's pink, it's puffy, it has strawberries on it, it's very unapologetically sweet. But I love sometimes sometimes feeling like I am kind of in costume, just like a caricature of myself, and this is very much it. I wore this to go see Barbie. This was my Barbie fit the first time because I've gone to see it twice. And sometimes I feel like when people are wearing something very obviously, as I said, like almost caricature, like sweet or girlish, they try to juxtapose it with something a little bit more modern or masculine, or you know what I mean. And I love that. I love my sundresses with sneakers and dainty nightwear with like hardware and like fetish wear inspired stuff. But sometimes you just want to twirl, and that's what I want to do with this dress. So I'm gonna put on my ballet flats and get my other pink bag. I feel adorable and I don't care what anyone else has to say. That's that. I think this dress might be my very favorite piece that I received because this is a reproduction of a dress Marilyn Monroe wore in those quite famous pictures of her like at a farm. I think she's in front of a fence or something, and I have always found those pictures so beautiful, so sweet, and I love this dress. I just think it's so quintessentially attractive. I love this little bow. I actually don't know if the original like Marilyn's dress had this bow, but it sounds like I'm saying bowl. But I love it, and you guys know how I feel about white and blue, so it's such quintessentially Letty statement. I'm gonna do my ballet flats again because I want to play into the 50s-ness of this. I think I want to add, and I'm going to add my little arm warmers. Some people call this a shrug. I never heard the word shrug in that sense for like boleros until like some months passed. So is that like a new thing or what? But I just think somehow this makes a lot of sense with the shape of the dress, and it's very cute. Maybe I could even do the long jump, though I'm not sure because no, it's not dainty enough. It's too bulky. My nails look great. They're so shimmery. My sister does them. You should follow her. If you're hearing a weird sound or the light has changed for the worse, it's the rain. I'm so sorry. But man, it has been raining in Berlin like non-stop for the past few weeks, and I'm like, is this what summer is here? Because I love rain, but what happens in Rio during the summer is we have like long days of very strong sun and heat, and then it hits like 6 and a storm falls. But here we've been having this like meek on and off drizzle, and I'm like, make a decision. But anyways, look at my outfit. I love this top. It reminds me of my mom somehow in a very positive way. I am going to play into its preppiness and the kind of 50s vibes it's giving, and I'm going for this skirt. I'm gonna be honest, I feel like I'm like growing out of this type of pleated skirt. I really want to have some more interesting in like shape and design mini skirts, but this is a relic of my adolescence and I have like so many of them, so right now they're gonna stay in rotation. But I am pairing it with this little black cardigan, and yeah, this outfit is weirdly nostalgic for me. It reminds me of my mom, but it also reminds me of how my mom used to dress me when I was little. But I think it's adorable. I'm just gonna pair it with a very discreet little black purse. Should I go for the little black one or add something different with this? I'm actually gonna go with this because all the black makes it way too stark and the stuff is so sweet, so I think we need to bring back the sweetness. Yeah, this is so my mom coded. I love it. Okay, let's discuss this absolutely gorgeous swimsuit, which I can't wear for anything besides swimming in the rain right now. RIP. I thought summer was gonna last longer. What happened to my Euro summer? But anyways, this is a great opportunity to then do, you know, swimwear as regular wear. And my first thought was a very basic one, which was to match it with this little pleated skirt, and I think it's adorable. Like obviously it's a little costumey, but I think it's very cute. But I thought, why not try to do something a little bit more cold weather appropriate, since the world is falling outside. You don't say that in English, I think. In Portuguese we say o mundo tá caindo to mean like bad rain. But anyways, instead of my mini skirt, I would do some trousers to keep me from the weather, and it's basically still like, essentially it's still the same outfit, just adapted for different weather. I haven't worn these trousers in so long. I haven't worn pants in so long. Because it's always either hot or I'm not leaving the house. Okay, so I'm thinking I could do my shrug again, because it doesn't hide what we're trying to show the most, which is our little swimsuit, but also offers us the cozy element. Okay, maybe I'm crazy, but I do think it's cute. What are we missing? Ooh, I have the perfect bag. It's actually my sister's. Don't tell her. This is like the exact right amount of like structured and cute, but kind of silly because of like the, I don't know, like I think the material gives it kind of that costume quality. Yeah, isn't this cute? Okay, now I'm giving sexy Mrs. Claus, but I just wanted to show you the really cute skirt they also sent me. It is crumply because I stored it incorrectly, but that's nothing a steamer can't fix. Crazy that we're already in August, like I might as well start planning ahead for my Christmas outfits. Okay, that's ridiculous, but like, right? To end on a pink note, I also got this little sundress, which unfortunately is getting a little too cold for, but meanwhile it's very spring summer appropriate. So yeah, you guys, that was the video, just styling a few pieces I got gracefully sent from Retro Stage. Just a reminder, you can always use my code Leticia15 to get 15% off any item on the website, and I will be leaving the specific links to the pieces I showed you here today in the description if you want to cop any of them. So that's that. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you'll be back soon. Goodbye.